So this is Olive, the 10-month-old Labrador, and today we're going to be introducing her to this elevated platform. This is my first time showing this to her, and it's precisely why I'm showing this to you. I want to show you the process and exactly how we do it. Boom, that's an amazing start. Like typically dogs will go just right around it, and here in a second you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. She just very bravely just kind of went up to it and put her paws on it, so I rewarded her for that. Boom, break her. So that little paw on the thing is like a massive reward, an opportunity to reward that, because again, she doesn't know what the fuck this is. Boom, so there's what I'm talking about. They'll go right around it, but as you can see, just take note of what I'm doing. A lot of people will be watching the dog, but watch what I'm doing. There's a lot of backpedaling. There's a lot of leash work. There's a lot of getting her to do this on her own without any leash pressure at all, because we're using food as a motivator. And we're introducing this to her in the format of a game. And she just went on it, which was amazing. So I break her. I'm not going to make her stay on it at the beginning. Okay, we will eventually use this as a target. Right now we're using it as a target. We're eventually going to be using it as a place where she just lays there for, a duration. Also, a designated space to use as a way to also teach impulse control, etc. But right now, we are not thinking about that because we don't want to turn it into a prison, and we don't want to give it a negative association. Dogs learn through patterns and association, and all we're doing right now is creating a pattern that when she touches it, gets on it, walks over it, she's going to get paid for it. Very simple. Very simple. Break. Boom. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't made her stay on it yet. And at a certain point, I'll help her stay on it for like 3 to 4 seconds, give her some multiple feed, boom, break her. And we can build up the duration. But right now, again, first time, not worried about it. Not worried about her staying on the elevated platform. Just want her to get on it and get paid for getting on it, period. This also produces good engagement. This strategy here. It's like, what's next? Just showing the animal, motivating the animal with something that they enjoy. If they don't want food, that's a video for another time. Boom, this is where I'm going to keep her on it for a couple of seconds. Multiple feeds from each hand so she doesn't start. It's also another video for another time. Boom, break her. You could probably start to see she's getting on it a lot more willingly with less skepticism, and for good reason. She's not having a negative association to what's happening here. She's starting to realize that if she just gets on it, she's going to get paid for it. It's a good thing. Boom. Use your body, promote it, space pressure, get her on there, boom, then break her. It is what it is, fam. Hopefully you got something out of this video. Thanks for watching. Actually, I take that back. I got to point out one more thing. So every session for me is I hand feed their meals. There's no treats involved here. This is her meal because she'll just take it like treats. So there's no reason for me to use a higher value reward, which will get her to just not want her kibble. In any case, every session ends with a jackpot reward. So I take whatever I have left in my pockets, and then boom, I'll put it on the elevated bed for her to finish consuming the rest of her meal. And then the session is over. You saw that was what, 5 minutes? Quality, not quantity.
See, the thing is, when it's appropriate, it's effective. So it would be inappropriate for me to just have this skeptical ass dog. Well, she's not skeptical. She was skeptical of the elevated platform. To just go to it and be like super, like just be there. All right, you have to remain on this thing that you really don't know what the fuck it is. So you basically put the dog in a little bit of an uncomfortable position to start the whole thing, which is obviously not going to be effective. So the appropriate thing to do is to introduce it in a way where it's, hey, this isn't hot lava. It's actually pretty cool. Like once you put everything, all your feet on it or 1 foot on it, you're gonna get something for it. And so it's a positive association to the thing, right? It's the entire thing. So I can make a ton of videos teaching a bunch of different things about the same exact concept. So when we talk about being appropriate, we're also talking about, okay, effectiveness. Because appropriate is going to be more effective. Inappropriate is going to be less effective. Now you might be like, oh yeah, harsh corrections, that's pretty fucking inappropriate, but it's effective. Cool. If you want your dog to fucking live like they got a fucking fist right above their shoulder for their whole lives and look like they're about to get punched and have that like type of demeanor, but they're listening, then that's completely up to you. But we teach things in a way where the dog wants to do it, not because they fucking are feeling threatened to do it. Does that make sense? So it's appropriate and it's effective. And so that's the only way we teach things for the first time around here, and that's the way we continue to live together. Because this isn't, something that I'm trying to alpha. This is my best friend, and I'm trying to teach them. And if you teach them properly, you don't quite have to be the alpha quite as much, because they're gonna do it for you because they wanna. They're gonna do it for you because you actually fucking went through the repetitions, because you taught appropriately, and you got the effectiveness out of that appropriate fucking strategy. So just a little bit about this morning. Haven't been creating much content because I'm just really not inspired to do so. But the few of you here at Patreon deserve it, so we're gonna give it to you. Thank you for your pledges. It means a lot to me. This is all of steady. Good. This way, heel. Good, heel. Good, heel. I think I have another video that I can post for you guys when kind of originally taught her leash pressure and stuff like that. Stuff that you probably heard me talk about before, but important nonetheless. So I'll get that going too. Later.